Right now, your airline is sitting on information that could save you money, change your seat, and solve your delay before you even arrive at the airport. But they're not going to tell you. They're not required to. You fly on their terms, by their rules, in the dark. I'm Travel-Hackster, and in the next 8 minutes, I'm telling you everything your airline won't before your next flight. Secret number 3 has already cost most passengers hundreds of dollars they didn't even know they lost. And number 10? It's the single most powerful move you can make at any airport, and almost no one uses it. Don't go anywhere. Airlines operate with information systems passengers never see. Pricing algorithms, delay data, inventory controls, passenger profiles, all of it affects your flight, and none of it is shared unless you know how to access it. 10 things they don't tell you. Starting now. Number 1. Your ticket price can drop after you book, and you can get money back. Under DOT regulations, all airlines must offer a full refund within 24 hours of booking if the flight departs more than 7 days out. But several major carriers extend this further with a best price guarantee, matching a lower fare found within 24 hours of purchase, no questions asked. Airlines don't send an alert when the price drops. They don't notify you. They're quietly hoping you don't check. The move: set a fare alert on Google Flights for your own itinerary immediately after booking. If the price drops within the window, contact the airline directly. Ask for the fare difference as a travel credit. Many will honor it. The passengers who check get the money. The ones who don't pay more than they needed to. Number 2. Your flight delay is visible in real time, before the airline updates the boards. Tools like FlightAware and the app Flighty track the physical aircraft assigned to your flight. If your incoming plane is currently delayed in Dallas, you will see it before the gate agent announces anything. Airlines have internal delay data hours before they communicate it to passengers. The passengers who check their tail number on arrival will always be 3 moves ahead. Download Flighty or pull up FlightAware before you leave for the airport on every trip. Enter your flight number. Look for the incoming aircraft status. If it's late, you have time to rebook, reroute, or upgrade. Time the airline wasn't going to give you. Number 3. Basic economy sounds like just a cheaper ticket. It is not. When you select basic economy on most major carriers, you are agreeing, in fine print, to give up your carry-on bag access on several airlines, your ability to choose a seat before check-in, all flight change rights, and in many cases, your priority boarding position. These are not incidental inconveniences. They are contractual rights you are signing away in exchange for a fare that is sometimes only $20 to $30 cheaper. Airlines design the booking flow so that basic economy is pre-selected or presented as the obvious choice. Read every fare class restriction before you purchase. The $20 savings frequently costs $300 in fees at the gate. 3 down, 7 more. And number 6 is going to change how you feel about every flight you've ever taken. The moment you board, your body is already dealing with something the airline never mentions. Keep watching. Number 4. The airline on your ticket is not always the airline flying your plane. Code share agreements mean that an airline sells you a ticket, and a completely different carrier operates the aircraft. Your United booking might be a Lufthansa plane. Your American ticket might be a British Airways flight. Why does this matter? Because baggage policies, carry-on size rules, meal service, seat assignment systems, and customer service contacts all default to the operating carrier, not the airline you booked with. Check your booking confirmation for the phrase "operated by." If you see a different airline listed, look up that carrier's specific policies before you pack, before you check in, and before you arrive at the gate. If any of this is new to you, that's exactly why Travel-Hackster exists. Subscribe right now and hit the bell. Every week we dig into the policies, the fine print, and the insider moves that give you back the control airlines prefer you never have. Subscribe, then let's keep going. Number 5. If you want a free or discounted seat upgrade, the worst time to check is when you book. The best time is 24 to 48 hours before departure. Airlines hold back upgraded seats for elite status passengers. When those passengers don't claim their upgrades, the seats are released. First to passengers who've requested upgrades at check-in, then to others at the gate. The move. At the 24-hour check-in window, open the Airlines app, navigate to your seat assignment, and look for available premium or preferred seats. Many show up discounted or free at this moment that were blocked at booking. Ask at the gate agent. Is there any upgrade availability today? Politely, directly. The answer is sometimes no, and sometimes you walk into business class. Number 6. The moment you board, your body is already working harder than you realize. Commercial aircraft cabins are pressurized to the equivalent of 6,000 to 8,000 feet above sea level. At that altitude, your blood oxygen saturation drops, your body loses moisture up to 3 times faster than at ground level, and fatigue sets in significantly faster. Airlines serve alcohol, coffee, and carbonated drinks, all of which accelerate dehydration at altitude. They don't explain this. The move is simple. Drink 16 ounces of water before boarding. Before, not during. Avoid alcohol and coffee on flights under 4 hours, and bring an empty bottle through security to fill at a fountain before boarding. The passengers who arrive at their destination feeling sharp aren't lucky. They prepared. Number 7. Most airlines offer over 20 special meal categories: kosher, halal, gluten-free, diabetic, vegetarian, vegan, low sodium, and more. These meals are available on most long-haul international flights and on many domestic routes at no extra cost. But they must be requested through the airline's website at least 24 hours before departure, often 48 hours for international flights. Most passengers find out about this option at the gate, when it's too late. The airline's app or website has the meal request section buried in Manage My Trip or Special Services. Find it before your next flight. Request exactly what you want and confirm the request in your booking details. You're already paying for the meal. You might as well get one you'll actually eat. 7 down, 3 more. And number 9 contains survival data that airlines share, but never actually explain. Most passengers have no idea what it means. That information is coming next. Number 8. Your seat assignment is not a guarantee. Under the contractual terms of carriage, every airline files with the DOT, which almost no passenger reads. Airlines reserve the right to reassign any seat at any time for operational reasons. Weight and balance adjustments, aircraft swaps, crew positioning, elite status accommodations. If you're moved involuntarily, airlines are generally required to accommodate you in an equivalent or better seat, but not always. The protection. Check your seat assignment at the 24-hour check-in window and again at the gate. If your seat has changed without notice, ask the gate agent to explain why and what alternatives exist. Knowing you can ask and that there are alternatives is a level of awareness most passengers simply don't have. Number 9. The safety briefing your flight crew gives before every departure contains one piece of information that statistically matters more than anything else in an aviation emergency, and almost every passenger ignores it. Research on aviation accidents consistently shows that passengers seated within 5 rows of a usable exit have significantly higher survival rates than those farther away. The briefing tells you to identify the nearest exit. What it doesn't explain is that you should count rows, not visually estimate, because smoke-filled cabins require you to navigate by feel and count. Pull out the safety card every flight. Count the rows to your 2 nearest exits, one forward, one behind. Note whether the exit is over wing or at the door. This takes 45 seconds. Airlines deliver this information on every flight. They just don't explain why it matters enough to actually do it. And here it is. Number 10. The thing airlines never promote, and the most consistently effective tool any passenger has. When something goes wrong at the airport, when a flight is canceled, a seat is changed, a connection is missed, a refund is owed, the fastest resolution is almost never the app. It's not the chat window, it's not the domestic customer service queue. It's calling the airline's international customer service line directly. Here's why. International call centers handle less volume than domestic lines. Wait times are shorter. Agents frequently have broader discretion to waive fees, rebook, and offer compensation. Most airlines publish their international numbers on their website under the country selector. For major U.S. carriers, look for the UK, Canadian, or Australian contact number. Call it from the U.S. The rules are the same. The wait is shorter. The outcome is frequently better. Keep those numbers in your phone before your next flight, because when you need them, you won't have time to search. 10 things your airline is sitting on right now that you now know. Before your next flight, check your fare for a drop. Download your boarding pass offline. Look up your tail number, count the rows to your nearest exit, and save that international customer service number. That's the difference between a passenger and a traveler who's always in control. Subscribe to Travel-Hackster for more travel hacks and tips. This is Travel-Hackster. Fly informed.